Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. David here with another cryptocurrency update. Where in the world did dmlogic go? That's going to be the topic of today's video. 7 days ago, he posted his last update, and he mentioned Bearable Guy, and he mentioned the governments and the powers that be. But we'll address that in a second. First of all, I want to thank you guys all for subscribing to the channel. We're almost at 800 subscribers. Today, one of you will be 800. Drop a comment down below. Let me know if you're 800 or if you're 801 or if you're number 999, because my brother says that he wants to be number 1000. So I want to try and keep an eye on it so that I have the opportunity to let my brother be the 1000th subscriber. So maybe that'll happen today if you guys go a little crazy on the mooning the subscribers and likes. But seriously, thank you everyone. Happy holidays. I hope you guys are all ready for Christmas and New Year. Everybody's getting really excited and pumped about 2019. It seems like all of the cryptocurrency YouTubers that came out with predictions through the course of 2018, and myself included, all of those predictions never came to fruition. Okay, every one of us, and like I said, myself included, I'm definitely guilty of this also. We've made predictions, and those predictions were dependent on X, Y, and Z and adoption and liquidity, and maybe let's say none of that took place. So all of our predictions basically got squashed, unless you were one of those predicting that we'd be going down. And if you shorted, then congratulations. Today's video, like I said, we're going to get into the fact that dmlogic posted his last video 7 days ago. I watched it because I was curious to know where he went. His video was making claims about 15-cent XRP within the next 2 months. Okay. I don't believe that's going to happen, right? Even though, like we just said, they're all educated guesses. There's no way for any of us to know really what's coming down the pipeline in the future, whether it be for XRP, the crypto community as a whole, traditional finances, stocks, bonds, commodities. Every one of these markets is kind of all up in the air right now. So the fact that he calls for the 15-cent XRP and the bombing in the price of Bitcoin, and then makes the statement that shortly after this 15-cent dig that we're going to now go on the bull run that everybody has been calling for since the bear market started. Basically, everybody's been saying, okay, it's going to come back, and when it comes back, it's going to explode. And like I said, I'm one of those people that has made those statements that say at some point it will just turn back on. I'm not one of those people that believes cryptocurrency is going to die and just become nothing. There's going to be a lot of projects that turn into stone and that just don't have any liquidity and no money flowing through them, and the coins will just be permanently locked in the sphere with nobody trading them and nobody using them and no one ever talking about them ever again. In that video, dmlogic also stated that the lack of clarity that the SEC has given around cryptocurrency. Now, I know today that's all changing. Everybody's videos today are going to be about the government and the new tax bill and how they're going to try and make new clarity for cryptocurrency within all of these bills and regulations. And this is all good. This is all great that the United States is starting to actually do something with their technologies that they have, with the ability to be a front runner in moving a market or creating a movement for that matter. Okay, so with Bakkt and Fidelity and all the big players, dmlogic is claiming that they all know something that we don't know, and Bearable Guy knows something we don't know also, which is that why the price is going down so much is because everybody who's pushing off their deadlines to 2019 and in the middle of 19, quarter one, they know that there's going to be regulation coming in, and it's going to be fast, and it's going to be very extensive regulation, drawing out real guidelines for the ways that we can interact and transfer the value of our cryptocurrency, and the way that we will be taxed on it and not taxed on it, because that's a big question mark right now, is whether or not we'll be taxed on every trade, or whether or not we'll be taxed every time that we move it from a Coinbase to a Binance, or if every time we do an atomic swap in the future, if that will be a taxable transaction, or if it's a like-kind transaction where you won't be taxed on your like-kind transactions. That's the real question. Okay, here's a statement that I didn't necessarily agree with in that video, which is that in in the extreme increase in price, or sorry, in the extreme increase in volume, that Mr. Logic said that the price would actually go down. I don't necessarily see that as being a possibility. I'd be curious to know more about how he is coming to that understanding that with an increase in volume comes a slashing of pricing. It's always seemed to work in the opposite direction. During every volume spike, the prices have spiked. So I would only imagine that with a severe increase in volume, there would only be an increase in price, okay? Now, something that kind of, I don't want to say made me sad, but it upset me a little bit, that some of his subscribers are going on to the comment section and making statements about how dangerous dmlogic is for the community and for the space, especially towards people that aren't in the know as much and don't really do their own research. They're making statements that he was saying to hold at 90 cents, and then 90 cents went to 23 cents. Now, if you're making statements like hold your coins or sell your coins or move your coins from here to there or transfer it from a Tron to an XRP or XRP to Bitcoin, these are bits of advice. If I ever give any advice like that, it's a bit of advice that I'm hoping to follow on my own. I don't necessarily expect anyone else to take my advice, especially with how repetitive all of the YouTubers are in this space, with reminding you that they're not your financial advisors, and they're not your mothers, and they're not your fathers, and they're not here to hold your hand while you make investment decisions. All we're really doing is letting you know where our minds are taking us as we're trying to decide our own comfort levels and our own need for involvement in this space, or to move money, or to let money sit still, or to sell, or to hold, or to FOMO, or to FUD into some information, okay? I mean, they're calling him an XRP shill, and it's so weird that when we can have a passion for something and a love for something, and I want to bring it out to the people, that some negative people in this space will come out and really just say some hurtful things. So if you are a YouTube creator, or if dmlogic is watching this video, keep doing what you're doing. Don't let the trolls or the powers that be or the people that don't agree with your sentiment sway you from your position, okay? Because we have to be confident and convicted in the stances and the financial positions that we are attempting to hold in this space. We can't allow all of the outside entities to adjust the way we invest or change the way that we want to get our money out of investment, or change the belief systems that we have and the utility that a project is going to bring forth, okay? And somebody made a very smart comment in his video that said, if your objective in hearing dmlogic or me or Digital Asset Investor is to make a move off of what we say, and if Digital Asset Investor tells you to sell and you sell and the price crashes, then congratulations. But if you sell and the price rises, you will be locked out of the range that you sold in, and you'll be pushed into a higher tier, less profit. So if you're a believer and a holder, you need to keep your bags very tight. I've told you this before, because we've all made predictions before that didn't come true. The reasons that we thought these predictions were going to happen were speculative at best in some cases, right? So you have to be smart. Do your own research. Don't fall into the rabbit holes of speculation. Understand where the real utility lies within this space, and who the people are that are trying to give you information that is objective and not subjective to the things that they want you to hear. Invest in XRP or not, based on what I'm saying, as long as you're doing your own research, okay? Because my predictions are never going to be correct. And like I've said before, if they are correct, it was an accident. All I'm doing is just doing as much research as I can. Something else, the last thing that I want to talk about in today's video is a project that I'm going to be working on. And I'm working on a few different XRP projects right now. Some of them more artsy, and some of them more communication driven. The project that I want to announce to you guys today, and I haven't really done anything other than writing it here on my notes, is I want to start something called the XRP Chamber of Commerce, okay? if you made it to this point in the video, do me a favor. Every company, every product, every exchange, every person that you know that is a supporter or a user transacting in XRP or allowing you to buy product or services through them or with their platform with XRP, leave that down below. I want to have a website that literally lists and houses every single company that believes in this technology and every person that believes in this technology. Because like I've told you before, the more communication that we start doing on a whole as a group, the bigger this community will get. Not to say that my little 800 subscriber channel is going to create any real moves in the market or drops in the bucket. No, but they are moves and they are drops. So if we could start a community where people are going on to this page every day and adding in new companies and adding in new websites and adding in new YouTubers, add in every person, everything that you know. Who's your favorite YouTuber? Who do you watch? What's your favorite exchange? We should really get this communication and this dialogue going, and then maybe one of our tech-savvy friends who watches this video also will actually be able to put that together. Anyway, just crossing over the 11-minute mark. Nice, long video today. But if you guys happen to know where dmlogic is, and don't worry, I did go onto his Twitter, and I saw some of his tweets, and he's still retweeting, and so he didn't really vanish, but he's taken some time off of YouTube, at least a week. And I think that's, first of all, it's appropriate. You know, this is his platform, this is his job. So the amount of involvement that we give over is exactly the amount of passion that we have and the amount of information that we have to convey over to you guys, the XRP community, and the Bitcoin and altcoin community too. Seriously, thank you guys. I hope you guys have a blessed day. And if I don't see you before the holidays, or if we don't have any conversations before then, happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and everything in between. Thank you guys. Definitely like, subscribe, and comment to the channel, and share this with all of your friends, especially if they're skeptics. All right, we'll see you in the next episode.